Outside of the men who I am in a committed relationship with, I am probably talking to about 8 to 10 other men a week. This is my vision board and this is my goals. Marriage, love, happiness. I make one of these each week. I do updates. I get locations, I get sentencing, and sometimes I get net worth. Even though I only date inmates, I still believe that I have great taste in men. They're still men. They're just men that can't leave their room.
OMG. Much love to our sister Trey Shell, but I don't know what this is she sent in to me. I've never seen this show before, but apparently this clip comes from a reality show on WeTV. It's called Love During Lockup, where apparently these people, they like to carry on relationships with inmates. And in that clip right there, that's a woman who said that she will only date men that's in prison. She showed you her map of men. She says that she's in a relationship with multiple men, and outside of those men that she's in a relationship with, she is entertaining at least 10 other men at a time, all locked up. Did you see the map? On the map, she wrote out the location of the men that she's talking to, the facilities where they're being housed at. Then she puts together a vision board every week with release dates and their names and mug shots and all kinds of stuff. I mean, very well organized, but just totally misdirected. The whole time I'm thinking, why won't she put her energy into something other than keeping up with inmates? And then on the recent vision board, she wrote out marriage, love, happiness. And I'm just wondering, how is talking to all those men locked up, how is that making her happy? Just very, very weird. Take a second to make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Click the notification bell and all for updates. And if you're new, include new subscriber in your comment below, and I'm going to try my best to respond to all of you. Not going to waste any time. Let's go ahead and get into it.
I love dating multiple prisoners because it's kind of like Mr. Potato Head. I can build him into the perfect person. And if I feel like I'm lacking something, I'll put one down and pick up another. So I start with my vision board. I make my way over here to my progress board. Their names get transferred. And then eventually they're on my to-do board. I think that I prefer men in prison because I grew up with my grandmother. My dad moved to Seattle, Washington when I was 9 years old. I love my father, but after my dad moved away, it was a lot of phone conversations and pictures, and it was kind of a lot like dating a prisoner. So when I date a prisoner, I don't feel like I'm missing anything because I never had the person I love with me. So it's easy, it's second nature.
So she's saying because her father moved away when she was a young girl to the other side of the country, Seattle. I believe she's from the DMV area. She's saying that that relationship with her father turned into just talking on the phone and sending pictures, and that's why she likes inmates. Well, first, her father wasn't an inmate, but she's connected the distance between her father to the long-distance situationships that she's having with men in prison. Side note, I wonder where is her mother, because she said that her grandmother is the one who raised her. As you can see, this woman is in dire need of therapy for real. And then she compared the men to Mr. Potato Head, thinking that she can build them or mold them into whatever she wants them to be. Honestly, it sounds like a lot of this is about control. It's crazy, but she's loving that these men are locked up. That's because they have no control over their lives. They're controlled day to day by other people. And somewhere inside of her head, she believes that she's also one of the people controlling the inmates. So yeah, this woman is pretty insane. This is definitely not normal. These interactions that she's having with these men is really impacting her life to the point where she is financially suffering. This is a professional woman running after inmates, and she's even slipping up on her bills.
My name's Ty. I am over 30 and I have 3 kids. I am a mortician. My career as a mortician began when I was a little girl before I even knew what a mortician was. When I was about 9 years old, the whole O.J. Simpson scandal thing happened. And I would take my Barbie dolls and my toys and go and reenact the scene. I wasn't like obsessed with the itself, but it was of the finding, the scientific aspects of it. So from there, I went to school to be a mortician and I excelled. I'm in a relationship right now with Hottie, and then I have a person who I'll never stop loving, and that's Ricky. That's BB. I'm gonna love him to the day he takes his last breath.
So she is probably in her mid to late 30s. She went to school to become a mortician. I'm gonna assume that she's doing a really good job at it. The person that she's working with at work, Do you see, this is a man. So that tells us that even with her day-to-day work, she's around men. Men that's in the same field that she's in, or other working men. So it's crazy that she will look over all of these men and go straight to the penitentiary.
We communicate through text messages, we communicate through emails, and we communicate through U.S. postal mail, as well as online virtual visits. Because of COVID, we can't see each other in person right now, but once that ban is lifted, I'll be at every prison. Dating someone in jail was kind of comfortable because it gives you time to still work on you. Honestly, I never looked for love in an inmate. Inmates found me.
Well, first of all, she's just like any other regular modern woman. They lie to themselves. They have inflated value. They love to make it seem like men are coming after them. How is an inmate finding you and they're behind bars? They can't even go anywhere. They did not find you. Like, stop it. And then she told the truth. She said that she's doing this because it gives her the opportunity to work on herself, i.e. she is not qualified for the men that she wants. I'm not sure if you caught it before, but she is a single mother of 3. She has 3 kids. And I'm not sure where the kids' fathers are, but they're not with her. So she could be dating these men because she knows that she's unqualified for what she really wanted. So instead of being lonely, it sounds like she's filling up her time with men that's behind bars. And that's because men like that, they have nothing but time.
Money is the most challenging thing about dating an inmate. It's very expensive. My car note is past due right now. Over the years with my relationships with inmates, I probably spend a year's income. It's important to give the inmates I'm dating money because without me, they won't survive.
This is a single mother of 3. She's not investing her money into her kids. She's not investing her time into her kids. She's up here wasting time and money, her resources, on prison inmates. So much so that she is financially struggling to even pay her car note. She could literally get her car repossessed because she's trying to send money to all these inmates that she's talking to. Remember, she's talking to at least 10 of them a week. And she's not just talking, she's funding them. She's a sugar mama for inmates. Why are you not investing your money and your time and your resources into your 3 kids? And you know what? She's not the only one blowing money fast on inmates. Look at this one.
Recently, I was a passenger of a drunk driver. It was a single car accident and I nearly died, but I have a civil attorney that does really good and I did receive a settlement. I got roughly 80 grand. So I'm meeting him to talk about Dalton's case.
Here's another one. She met a guy in prison. She's in love with him. Got into a car accident. Got a settlement for $80,000. And now she's trying to get her lawyer to give her advice on her boyfriend's case. And yes, she's been blowing money fast too.
Well, I am seeing someone that I'm very in love with and, you know, things are really good between us.
Super.
But he is incarcerated right now.
What, in jail or
And Dalton's in prison.
in prison? So how's that working out for you?
Well, it's stressful, but I mean, I do have another attorney for him and I have hopes for him on getting him out. But I mean, I trust you, so I just wanted to see like what your thoughts were.
You know the attorney that is representing Dalton?
Yes.
Okay. How did Dalton afford to hire this attorney?
So I provided that.
Haley? How much?
$12,500. I just feel like love is so powerful and I love him enough to where money doesn't matter to me.
How much are you into this deal for?
I think I've probably spent roughly 25 grand.
She spent $25,000 so far on her prison boyfriend, and she just got $80,000 from a settlement from a car accident that she was involved in. She's the one who paid $12,000 for his attorney, and I'm assuming that she's gonna drop more money on him. So what you have with these 2 women here, and they are just examples because they're on the TV show, telling everybody how they are allowing inmates to use them. And it's funny that the first woman in the beginning, she was trying to make it seem like she was all in control, that she was juggling all these men. I'm talking to one here and there. I have them in so many different area codes. And I'm not the one going for them. They're the ones coming after me. But she made one comment that I remember too. She said something about replacing them often. If they no longer suited her needs or the conversation, she would easily replace them with someone else. But I'm just wondering, she's talking to so many of these men, writing letters. They know who she is. And for safety reasons, is she thinking about them ever getting out? Could this be a security issue for her or her 3 kids? Is she even thinking about any of that? But you know what? I'll let you answer that for me below in the comments. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Why do you think women are willing to carry on these relationships with inmates? Shout out to Rodney, Dark Power, and our sister Trayshell for sending in this story. Appreciate you, Trayshell, for everything that you do. You can support this channel as well. Links are below to Cash App and PayPal. Ladies, fellas, you want a balance analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.